Hello, and welcome to a very special 8-minute demo video series. Today, we're going through a video tutorial on OIS 6.3 Advanced Workflow Design and Best Practice Video Shorts. Yep, these are going to be smaller videos on specific topics. And the topic we're going to talk about right now is securing policies. Let's talk a little while about securing policies. In fact, you can secure policies at a policy level, a folder level, or at a global level. So at the root here, at the policy node, you can go to permissions after you right click, and you could add users, and then you could assign specific permissions. And if you go to advanced, I don't have to give him full control. He can't delete. He can't start policies, things like that. And I could assign it to all, and then Charlie Herb here can only have the permissions I've assigned, and then the administrators group on this local machine has specific permissions, and then if we do the administrator or domain admins, we keep adding security and permissions information for different groups. So if you have a dev test group, you can assign them different properties. It's up to you. And then if you need to lock it down by folder, you can do that. You can see there's some inheritance. Since we configured the information up on policy level, some of that has been inherited. If you need to make modifications, you can certainly do that. Maybe on this folder, you're allowing him full control. And then, of course, at a policy level, so we'll create a new policy. Check it in. And then instead at the folder level, you could do it at the policy level. Permissions, Charlie Herb, advanced. There we go. And then he has permissions on that policy. Go back and check. You can see Charlie Herb has permissions, and of course administrators is inheriting. And you can see Charlie Herb here is not inheriting there. That's about it for the permissions in the designer console. And in OIS 6.3, the designer console and the operator console have separate permissioning. And that is under the permissions tab here. And then if we just search for everybody, it's easier. And we can go ahead and pick out users or groups. Let's just do users, and then you can assign specific permissions for the operator console, and you have the ability to choose. You could revoke everything, you could allow just people to view it, allow tagging, action, and allow assigning. Obviously allowing assigning includes all the others. So if we're playing around with the other securing policies, you can see we could even say allow assign for users, and we could apply it recursively. And at the very minimum, it gets what it needs at each level. And we could just hit save permissions, and then people in that group will have specific permissions. So feel free to play around with that, but keep in mind permissions are stored and managed separately for the operator console and the designer console. In the System Center Orchestrator, all of the permissions will be handled within the designer, and then they will work the same way for the orchestration console. But as far as OIS 6.3 is concerned, you have to manage them in two different locations. We certainly appreciate you watching. Thank you.